Welcome to the top 20 franchises of all time. Yes, we're doing the top 20 franchises of all time. And they're all top 20 franchises of video games. Okay, so number 20 is Medal of Honor. Now, Medal of Honor, let me go into a bit of a history lesson of the Medal of Honor series. Alright? The Medal of Honor series has been here since 1999. The first game was in 1999, and it was for the original PlayStation. To me, it did not peak because I never played any of the Medal of Honor series until 2002, which is Frontlines. Frontlines was made in 2002, and I played the ever living shit out of it. It was competing against Call of Duty back in the day, and they went back to back. I mean, they were like neck and neck during those times. Rising Sun was another game that kind of was made in 2003, and the main reason why that game is different from any other game because it was during the setting was World War II, but the thing was the fact that it it was how do I say this? It was the only game that I played that was like the war between Japan and the United States. That's why Rising Sun is a really good game, and I really enjoyed it. I don't know if I'm gonna play it on the channel though, but that's beside the point. And then 2005 was European Assault. That was the last Medal of Honor game I actually played. Um, sort of, but I'll get to that when we get to that. But yeah, that was when Medal of Honor to me peaked for me. Now then, when it comes to its competitors, there's only technically three. Brothers in Arms, which is a dead franchise at this point because the last game was made in 2014. That game has its own issues. It was trying to be stealthy like Medal of Honor and Splinter Cell, but it also has its major issues with it when it's stealth mechanics, and also if you mess up, you're pretty much screwed and you have to backtrack a lot. But the other game was the other two game franchises was Battlefield and Call of Duty. Call of Duty and Battlefield have their own unique style. Call of Duty has its traditional, story arc of the World War II franchise and the fact that it's continuing on. That's where it gets a little dicey. Airborne Medal of Honor has the game called Airborne, and when that came out, it was like 2007, 2008. The thing is the fact that when that game came out, I think that's the last Medal of Honor game that actually did kind of good because of the fact that Call of Duty was going Modern Warfare just came out, I think in like 2006, 2007, and it was going more into the future. Medal of Honor, on the other hand, still stick with the traditional World War II type stuff. And that's where, after that game, it took them like a couple years to make Medal of Honor 2010. I don't know what to call it. That's what I call it because it's infamous for being that bad. It's a really bad game, and that's when the franchise I thought died. But, however, when researching this shit, which I still don't know why the fuck the franchise is still fucking alive, because in Brothers in Arms died out in 2014, but that series came out in the mid 2000s, and I thought that the last game was made in 2008. It pumped out a lot. Brothers in Arms pumped out a lot of games in 2008, but then it died out in 2014 because that was its last game. But Medal of Honor came out with a Medal of Honor game in 2012 or between 2012 and 2014, which I thought that was going to be its last game. However, I just found out that it made a game last year in December of 2020. In December 13th, it came out. I'm like, what the fuck? I thought this franchise died. I'm still happy for it that it's still pumping out games for the Medal of Honor series. But I think that it's getting to the point where I don't think that the series is gonna last very long unless it does something completely different. You see, Brothers in Arms had its mechanical problems when it comes to the competitors of Battlefield and Call of Duty. Medal of Honor is going to the directional of Battlefield by making it into World War II type territory. Battlefield's a lot more difficult to pinpoint what direction it's going because it's all over the fucking place. But Medal of Honor, because when it comes to Medal of Honor, Battlefield, and Call of Duty, when it went to Modern Warfare, it went to the future, which we'll get into the Call of Duty series at some point because it's on this list. But we'll get to that when we get to that. Call of Duty went to the future. Battlefield made sure that you can have 64 players playing at the same fucking time, which makes no fucking sense to me. It's so fucking chaotic and it's so fucking ridiculous. But it's also realistic too, unlike Call of Duty. Modern Warfare, on the other hand, Medal of Honor, on the other hand, the problem with Medal of Honor is the fact that I think that it's in a crossroads. If they try something new for the franchise, then the hardcore Medal of Honor fans will distance themselves for it because then they'll just think that it's a new Call of Duty clone. However, because of the fact that all their games are based off of World War II, even the newest one, they won't draw in newer fans because they don't know how to adapt and they are afraid to adapt because then they're going to lose a lot of their fan base. I mean, take a look at the Call of Duty the Medal of Honor that just came out. It came out in 2020. That's a 6 to 7 year gap between that game and the last game that they released. So you know that the franchise is holding on strings. But back in the 2000s, it was competing against Call of Duty and I don't think Battlefield was a game. I think Battlefield was mostly PC back in the day, but it was competing against Call of Duty and Battlefield and Brothers in Arms as well. So I'm glad that the franchise is still going, but I'm afraid that the franchise might not make it that much longer because of the fact that it's doing World War II again. That's what the last game was. It's about World War II. Even though the graphics are enhanced because it's PlayStation 4 and 5 or Xbox One or Xbox Scarlet, whatever the fuck you want to call it. But to be frankly honest with you, when it came to Medal of Honor for me, Frontline, Rising Sun, and European Assault were my favorite war games of the Medal of Honor series. I never played Medal of Honor Airborne or the Medal of Honor 2010. I might have played a snippet of that game, but I think that game because I played it for free. And I only played it for like a few seconds, and I'm like, this is like the same game as it is. The Medal of Honor series has a dilemma because of the fact that, like I said before, all their games are strictly based off of World War II. Okay? It's not like into the future technology like Call of Duty is nowadays, or it's not like Battlefield, like it's like all over the fucking place. Because Battlefield is the most inconsistent franchise ever. Which, by the way, Battlefield is not on this list. By the way, Medal of Honor is, and that's only because of the fact that Battlefield. The problem with I have played a lot of Battlefield. But the problem with Battlefield is the fact that you don't know if it's going to be in the past, the future, the present. It's all over the fucking place. With Medal of Honor, they strictly go to World War II every single game. And that I think that what makes it a unique franchise. But when you do the same war over and over again, it kind of gets overplayed. I mean, you do play some different types of things. For example, they made a game of Medal of Honor Pacific War, or what the hell it's called, and back in 2007. That game I've never heard of before. I did hear about Airborne, but I never heard of that game because of the fact that at that time I was strictly based off of Call of Duty no matter what happens. So I think that the Medal of Honor series is still kicking. I'm happy for them. They made it on this list, barely though, but I think that the franchise is going to die soon because of Battlefield and Call of Duty, because Call of Duty and Battlefield, once they jumped ship to make Modern Warfare, I think Modern Warfare in the Battlefield, what was it called? The Battlefield game that came out during that same year. I think that killed the Medal of Honor franchise. Only hardcore Medal of Honor fans would still buy the game because of the fact that they like the setting of World War II. And that's why they're not dead yet, but they will be at some point because there's so much games that you can put out about World War II, and that's the main problem I have with this series. I'm glad that it's still going on. I hope it doesn't die out because Medal of Honor, from the peak from 2002 to 2005, I played the ever-living shit of Rising Sun, Frontlines, and also European Assault. I think those games are phenomenal. But the problem is, though, is the fact that the developers did not go to the future or be inconsistent with its time frame, like Battlefield. But I think that's the main reason why people don't buy it, because of the fact that they just care about the multiplayer now. They don't care about a story anymore, and that's what pisses me off. Because I love Medal of Honor. I like the gameplay mechanics of Medal of Honor. It was unique and it was different than Call of Duty back in the day, and that's why I thought it was the best competitor for them. But when Call of Duty made it to the Modern Warfare series, Medal of Honor just completely died out, and I think that's what killed the franchise. Even though it's still going on, which I think is good. Unlike Brothers in Arms, which died out really quickly. I'm surprised it didn't die out in 2008 because that was the last game I saw that was Brothers in Arms. I didn't know they made a Brothers in Arms game in 2014, which I need to check that out and see if it's good or not, which it probably isn't because I'm not very good at video games. But Medal of Honor has a close heart to me because I think that it deserves to be on this list. It's a really good franchise. If you want to play Medal of Honor series, if you ever want to get into the Medal of Honor series, my suggestion to you is to play Frontlines, Medal of Honor Frontlines, European Assault, Rising Sun, and hell, even Airborne, because I thought that game looked pretty cool too. Even though I never played Airborne, I always wanted to get it, but I was too into the Xbox 360 and Call of Duty, so that's the main reason why this franchise is dead. Now, when it comes to its competitors, I'm surprised that it was competing against Call of Duty, Battlefield, and Brothers in Arms, because that's a lot of first-person shooters in the franchise. 4 of them competing to see who gets number 1. But I think that they were competing because it was all about World War II. Once Call of Duty and Battlefield decided to switch it up a bit, I think that's the main reason why Medal of Honor got canned. With that being said, what do you guys think of the Medal of Honor series? I think it's a really good. What's it called? I think it's a really good franchise. I just wish that they weren't focused on World War II all the time when they make their games. And I hope they make new games because of the fact that they're still pumping out games. Even though from 2014 to 2020 that's the largest gap span when they made their games. Because Frontlines, European Assault, and Rising Sun were all made in like a 3-year gap. And that's the thing I like about them. I think that once they made the last game, which came out in December of 2013, which I'm still shocked that they're still making fucking games! Like, what the fuck? But anyway, I hope you guys have a nice positive day. Next time we're gonna go to number 19. 19 in the franchise. I hope you guys have a nice positive day and take care. Always stay positive. This is the franchise motherfucking thing. Motherfuckers! We're gonna do this 19 every Saturday. So you're gonna get Xenosaga and this list as well. So stay positive. Hope you guys have a nice positive day.